Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Wednesday morning. It's now the 13th day of November 2024, and this is the morning briefing. As I look out the window of the home weather office this morning, it's a good-looking morning. We have blue sky, cool temperatures, as you might expect for this time of year. And despite the blue sky, we are going to see some showers later on today, and also chances of scattered showers for the next couple of days. I'll explain that here as we go through the next few minutes. So let's see what I'm looking at first thing this morning. Here's the satellite showing that we do have mainly clear skies over the valley, some high, thin clouds coming in. And then out here, there is a cold front. This line of clouds is a cold front. So a boundary between the relatively warm air we're in now from colder air back here and this signature that you see on satellites, this kind of cloud pattern that you see here, that's an indication of colder air aloft, and that is what we're going to be feeling over the next couple of days. And as we transition to colder weather, at first we'll have a line of some showers go by later on today, and then behind that you have the hit and miss showers as colder air comes in and the air becomes a little unstable. So let me show you a couple of versions of what might be happening as we go through the day today. I'll show you the HRRR. And this timing is a couple of hours slower than yesterday. This is, let me fast forward just another couple of frames here. All right, this is around 10 o'clock this morning. By then we have rain into Lake County, but at 10 o'clock this morning we still don't have rain up and down the valley, the foothills, or Sierra. By noontime, then we're starting to maybe get some showers around Chico and to the north. Very light rain, perhaps into northern Napa County. Again, that's noontime. 2 hours later, at 2 o'clock, notice how that line is becoming less organized as it moves inland. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There may start to be some showers around Sacramento, certainly some rain by then around Grass Valley. Snow levels will be 5,500 to 6,000 feet with only light accumulations, I would expect. But you'll also notice that at this time from Sacramento County to the south, and again, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we are dry. We are also dry south of Highway 50. That's 2 o'clock, by 3 o'clock, and then this is 4 o'clock. This may be our best chance of some light rain, the 3 to 5 o'clock time frame around Sacramento. But once again, south of Stockton, we are dry. South of Amador County, we are dry. But it is raining in places like I said, Grass Valley and Auburn, as well as Colfax. That's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. This model kind of hangs on to some very light rain, but the line is falling apart, and there's very, very little snow indicated on this model. Then as we go through the night, it all falls apart. I'll show you some rain totals here in just a second. This model is unlike another model that I'm going to show you. This is, again, the HRRR. What I want to point out here is what this model is hinting at for Thursday. So this is Thursday afternoon. Here we go. This is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. These little showers. This is, let me switch over to precipitation, simulated reflectivity. So what I want to point out is that with colder air moving in, this model is indicating these little discrete cells, which could be either what we call convective showers or maybe thunderstorms. That certainly is a possibility. It's probably a low possibility of getting these on Thursday afternoon, but this is probably what we'll end up seeing on Thursday is these little pop-up showers. They don't last all that long, but it may rain pretty hard for a while, and if it all works out, and again, the HRRR is the only model that's indicating this at this time, although the NAM showed it yesterday, is that we could have thunderstorms on Thursday afternoon because of the colder air moving in. And then that kind of unsettled pattern lasts into the day on Friday. This is Friday morning with the scattered showers. So let me show you the way the NAM is showing. This is the high resolution NAM. Nope, I didn't want that. This new software on my computer is not helpful at all. I hate it when an upgrade actually turns into a downgrade. Just give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. So this is the simulated reflectivity on the NAM Nest, and this timing will look similar, maybe a little bit faster. That's 1 o'clock in the afternoon today. The shower's kind of breaking up. This is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, this run a couple of hours faster. then the HRRR, and then this one has everything falling apart. And then on Thursday, this one does not have as much of that convective activity. You can see there may be a couple of showers try to pop up over the ridges of the coast range, but nothing in the valley. And then as we get into Thursday night, this also pops up a few more showers on the west slope, like that. All right, why is this sort of pattern happening? Well, for that, let's take a look at the 500 millibar chart, because what we're seeing here is developing very deep trough. This is this morning. We have this little ridging moving in, so nice morning. Here's the initial wave that's going by today to bring us showers. Then we have a broad trough in the western states, and then this is a very deep trough. And if you look at the flow here at 18,000 feet, the Aleutians are up here, and so you can see the flow comes straight down. And so you have very cold air. This is a pocket of very cold air over the western states. And when you get cold air aloft, it gives you instability. And let me show you how that looks at the 500 millibar temperature. So these are temperatures, again, at 18,000 feet. And again, this is my new software on my Mac that is just not being very helpful. There we go. So these are the temperatures at 18,000 feet. This morning, around minus 13. No big deal there. And as we go through the afternoon, it gets a little bit colder, down to minus 16, minus 17. Again, these are degrees C. But what I want to point out here is what happens Thursday afternoon. This is Thursday at 4 p.m. The temperatures on the Interstate 80 corridor are around minus 24. And on Thursday night and into Friday, it gets even colder. This is Friday morning. The temperatures aloft are around minus 30. Now, the reason that we look at that, and temperatures at 18,000 feet, how does that impact me down here on the ground? Well, a couple of things. One, it's an indication of the colder air throughout the column, and you'll likely on Friday especially only see daytime highs in the mid-50s, which is pretty much average for the end of November. So we're kind of getting there. It will certainly feel quite a bit like fall. So for, let's say, Friday night football, it's going to be cold. And Saturday morning, with that cold air around, many areas may even see some frost, especially in the foothills. I think the foothills, if we get enough clearing on Friday night into Saturday morning, we could see some frost in the foothills on Saturday morning. And valley temperatures will be down in the 30s, but might be more like 35 to 37 as opposed to the 30, 32 we may see in some foothill spots. But the other thing that happens is that when you get the temperatures, and the magic number that I always started looking at was, depending on the time of year, is minus 25 at that 18,000 foot level. When the temperature is at minus 25, it creates a rather steep temperature gradient from the surface to 18,000 feet and higher. So that means that you have lapse rates that are increasing, sending parcels, as we call them, parcels aloft very quickly, and therefore you get lift. And even if moisture and other dynamics going on, then you have the possibility of having thunderstorms. So it's not an automatic that if you have temperatures at minus 25 or colder that you automatically get thunderstorms, because that's just one ingredient. But it is an important ingredient to see instability, but it is also an indication, again, that it's going to get much colder as we get toward the end of the week. So yes, our transition into our fall and winter season is certainly progressing rather nicely. And with the colder air around, there will be some snow in the Sierra. It doesn't look like very much. We're talking about a couple of inches here and there, but don't be surprised if, let's say, you're traveling over Interstate 80 or Highway 50 or even Highway 88 on Thursday night and into the day on Friday, that some of those convective showers will turn into enough snow that we may have chain controls. So if you are planning and traveling over the summits, don't be surprised if there is occasional chain controls, just because we may see a quick inch of snow, and just enough to make the road slippery. And even if there aren't chain controls, sometimes getting an inch and a half of snow makes the road more slippery than it does if you get 6 or 8 inches of snow. I think people tend to drive a little bit faster when there's only an inch of snow. They think it's fine, but instead it's actually very, very slippery. So if you do run into a case like that and you're driving up there, just slow down. Ignore the cars around you. They might be going faster. Just slow down. Take it easy, because we get a lot of accidents when there's just this much snow on the ground up on the summit. Anyway, that's everything I've got for you this morning. It's going to be interesting the next couple of days, and we should see showers, not much, probably a tenth of an inch of rain or less, go through the area later on today. But that colder air around is what we'll all be feeling as we get into the next couple of days. That's everything I've got for you on this Wednesday morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.